Here? Here. Are there any conflict of interest statements?
No.
Approval of the minutes of March 24th. Did anyone have a chance to look at those? No, right?
Motion to defer action?
Motion to defer and a second. Questions or comments? Hearing none. Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Correspondence. First item is item A is a request for qualifications for district civil engineering and consulting services for the city of Hammond. These do not involve bidding. They are professional qualifications. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to read all the names off. And we'll start with the one we got from Robinson Engineering Limited, 10045 West Lincoln Highway, Frankfort, Illinois. The next one is also from Robinson Engineering at the same address. I don't know why they submitted two, but we'll look at them. Next one is from Clark Dietz Engineering, 8900 Keystone Crossing, Suite 900, Indianapolis, Indiana. Next one is from First Group Engineering, 5925 Lakeside Boulevard, Indianapolis, Indiana. Next one is from United Consulting, 1625 North Post Road, Indianapolis, Indiana. This one's popping open. From Beam Longus Neff, 8126 Castleton Road, Indianapolis, Indiana. American Structure Point Incorporated, 7260 Shadeland Station, Indianapolis, Indiana. SEH of Indiana, 9200 Calumet Avenue, Suite N300, Munster, Indiana. Baxter Woodman Consulting Engineers, 8840 West 192nd Street, Mokina, Illinois. VS Engineering Incorporated, 4275 North High School Road, Indianapolis, Indiana. Primera, 9200 Calumet Avenue, Suite N301, Munster, Indiana. DLZ, 900 Ridge Road, Suite L, Munster, Indiana. Global Engineering, 601 Franklin Street, Michigan City, Indiana. And the final one from Nice Engineering Incorporated, 2421 173rd Street, Hammond, Indiana. Do I have a motion to refer these to the engineering department for review and recommendation?
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. Questions or comments? Hearing none. Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those against, motion passes. Next, we moved on to item B, correspondence received from BP Pipeline Incorporated, requesting approval for the replacement of BP's existing pipeline under 8094 between 176th Place to the north and 177th Street to the south, submitted for approval. I reviewed that just before I went into semi-retirement, so I don't think they've changed anything.
Motion to approve.
Do I have a
Second.
second? Motion and a second. Questions or comments? Hearing none. Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those against, motion passes. Item C is an agreement for the Little Calumet River Basin Development Commission for the flood protection levee easement submitted for approval. This is the easement that runs along State Line Avenue, and this is part of the process so that we can get that levee work certified and we can get some more people out of the floodplain. So do I have a motion approving that easement? I got a chance to read it last night.
Second.
Motion and a second. Questions or comments? Hearing none. Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Correspondence received from AT&T requesting approval to perform work on Fifth Avenue and Roby Drive. And I'm assuming this is for the new development up there. Do I have a motion approving their digging request?
Motion to approve?
Second.
Motion and a second. Questions or comments? Hearing none. Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those against, motion passes. Next, we have correspondence from Chief of Police John Doty recommending the approval of the resignation of Officer Bradley Hassey effective March 29th, the promotion of Lieutenant William Short to be promoted to the rank of Assistant Chief of Police effective March 29th with pay adjustments, Officer Roger Cardwell to be transferred from Uniform Division as Captain of Patrol to Narcotics Division as Lieutenant as of March 28, 2016, with pay adjustments, and Officer Jeff Long to be transferred from the Administration Division as Assistant Chief to the Uniform Division as Captain of Patrol effective March 28, 2016, with pay adjustments made.
Motion to approve the chief's recommendations.
Second?
I have a motion and a second. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those against, motion passes. Correspondence received from Fire Chief Jeffrey Smith recommending the promotion of EMT 2 Sam Majaris, is that the correct way to pronounce that? To be promoted to the rank of EMT 1 retroactive to March 25th, submitted for approval.
Motion to approve?
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Questions or comments? Hearing none. Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those against, motion passes. Item G, correspondence received from Director of Public Works Gary Gleason recommending a loading zone sign at 636 State Street for a 90-day trial basis, submitted for approval.
Motion
So
to
moved.
approve? Oh, second?
We have a motion and a second. Questions or comments? Hearing none. Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those against, motion passes. Item H, correspondence received from Hammond Common Council Michael Pinker requesting the demolition contractors should tear down the trees when they demolish homes. So that's basically for informational purposes only. Probably should refer a copy of that to the building department.
So moved?
Second.
Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those against, motion passes. We have order to rescind, order to demolish property located at 6419 Nebraska Avenue, submitted for approval.
Yeah, Mr. President, that's just an old demolition. They've rehabbed the house. We removed it from the demolition list. However, there is a bond, and so they're requesting the return of their bond. So I've made it part of the rescission order that the bond is to be returned to the property owner.
Do I have a motion rescinding the order of demolition?
So moved?
Second.
Motion and a second. Questions or comments? Hearing none. Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those against, motion passes. Item J, correspondence received requesting rental registration hearings. We have several of them. When do you want to schedule them, Madam Secretary? April 28th?
Need a motion on that?
Yeah, we need a motion.
Motion to set for April 28th?
Second.
Motion and a second. Questions or comments? Hearing none. Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those against, motion passes. Correspondence received from Ruben Hernandez requesting an extension of the agreement to rehabilitate property located at 6239 Monroe, submitted for approval.
I'm not sure if he's here. This is a situation where we have a garage. We gave him a rehab agreement. It basically expired without anything being done. And, now he wants to fix it up again. I leave it in the hands of the board or the building department. We did give him an opportunity, and he chose not to use his time
Is
wisely.
that in the audience?
I don't believe so.
So is your recommendation not to approve his request?
It's up to you, but it's not like we didn't give him a chance. We gave him a rehab agreement. We gave him time. He didn't do anything. It expired, and, now.
Just a two-car garage?
You recall, so? I don't know if you want to maybe refer to the building commissioner or to the but it's one of those things, we did give him a chance, he didn't do anything, I said we just
We
knock
should
it down.
refer to them and let them make a
What was the
recommendation.
timeline, Chris, that we gave him initially?
It's usually 6 months. Whenever we do a rehab agreement, we usually give people the better part of the summer.
He is under work, we will not issue rehab, a rehab extension if he's done no work. He's got plenty of opportunity to make some improvements to make it safer or whatever. So I would extend it.
Do You want to go take a look at it, make sure he hasn't done any work?
Exactly what I was suggesting. Unless we set up inspection, we could go over 2 weeks.
Can we kick over 2 weeks, please?
Okay, motion to set for status in 2 weeks and refer to the building commissioner.
Second.
Motion and a second, questions or comments? Hearing none, those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those against, motion passes. Garage sale permits. We have 2, I think. You want to look at those?
Any action on
Motion approved.
it? Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion and a second, questions or comments? Hearing none, those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those against, motion passes. Item M, correspondence received from Hammond Hermits Athletic Association requesting permission to hold their annual opening day parade on April 23rd, April 30th as a backup date with the parade route and times attached. Also requesting police and fire escort and requesting residential parking be suspended on the block of 141st and Dearborn, 142nd for that day. Do we have a motion approving their request? And we also need a copy of this sent to Gary Gleason and probably Civil Defense.
So moved.
Second.
A motion and a second. Questions or comments? Hearing none. Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those against? Motion passes. Matters from other board members. I've got a couple of matters here. First one is we have a bunch of demolitions. We need to set a bid opening date. And the bid opening date that's requested is Thursday, the 28th of April, with advertising dates on which dates, Madam Secretary? 4/17? Oh, 4/7 and 4/14. Do I have a motion approving those advertising and bid opening dates?
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. Questions or comments? Hearing none. Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those against? Motion passes. Next, we have some requests from the engineering department. And these are from Councilman Opinker, Councilman Emerson, Councilman Higgs, and Councilman Torres. And these are requests to dedicate money to various projects within the district. Should we do each? We probably should do each one individually. The first one is from Michael Pinker. It's $100,000 for sidewalk repairs, $13,000 for alley drainage problem, and $10,000 for professional engineering services.
Motion to approve.
Second.
A motion and a second. Questions or comments? Hearing none. Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those against, motion passes. Next one's from Councilman Emerson. It's $100,000 for sidewalk repair program, $26,000 for alley drainage problems, and $10,000 for professional engineering services. Do I have a motion approving that request?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion and a second. Questions or comments? Hearing none. Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those against, motion passes. From Councilman Higgs, $100,000 for sidewalk repair program, $13,000 for an alley drainage issue, and $10,000 for professional engineering services.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion and a second. Questions or comments? Hearing none. Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Final one is from Councilman Torres, $50,000 for the sidewalk repair program, $13,000 for an alley drainage issue, $10,000 for professional engineering services. Do I have a motion approving that request?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion and a second. Questions or comments? Hearing none. Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Any other matters from other board members?
Mr. President, we have 2 contracts for demolition services. They both involve RSR demolition, and one is for the property, actually there's several properties, but including 1575 River and 1612.5 Burton Court. And I'd like to submit these to the board for approval.
Do I have a motion to approve the 2 contracts for RSR demolition?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion and a second. Questions or comments? Hearing none. Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those against, motion passes. Any other matters from board members? Matters from other department heads or their representatives. Do we have any new business?
We got to-
Oh, step up.
Hi, we've been notified actually.
Step up to the microphone.
Oh, I can. We've been notified and actually in the HESCO section, the Norfolk Southern tracks going through Kennedy Avenue is absolutely horrendous. And I would request the board to write a letter to them, to try to get them fixed. They have a rough crossing sign at that particular location. That's an understatement, rough crossing. The tracks on 169th Street are in not the best of shape or Arizona, so I think they were planning on doing it in the spring, but we haven't had any correspondence with that.
Yeah, usually they come through and they try to do them all in one fell swoop. So we need to kind of coordinate that with them so they don't close two major streets at the same time, but you'll probably be hearing from Gus, their track guy. But I think sending a letter from the Board of Works is a good idea. Let's put them on notice that there is a problem with some of the crossings. I think Chris has a standard letter that she sent before, spelling out all the legalese
Yeah.
about their liability and stuff.
I just gotta make sure I have the Norfolk Southern address. Is this one in Florida?
That's their main headquarters, I think. No, CSX is in Florida.
I mean, it's Georgia.
Where is Norfolk Southern?
Yeah, and we'll offer any assistance necessary, but I thought it would be more appropriate coming from the board. It seems like the board gets more response than us.
Right.
Thank
We
you.
have- Do we have a motion?
Motion to send a letter.
Motion and a second? Questions or comments? Hearing none, those in favor say aye. Yes, sir. You're not from Norfolk Southern, are you?
No.
Darn.
Sorry, I mean like this, on the order for the
State your-
1015 Holman Avenue. And I was looking for the extension permit to finish my project. This property is on the demo list. We signed a rehab agreement, review project. We have inspected it. It is progressing. He's asking for extension of the rehab agreement. How much time would you need? Maybe a couple months. 90 days? Yeah. 90 days. 90-day extension of the rehab agreement, so we can finish the work. It's progressing nicely but slowly.
What's the address on that?
1015 Hoffman.
Do we have a motion to grant a 90-day extension?
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. Questions or comments? Hearing none, those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those against, motion passes.
Inspections you were at.
Do we have paperwork on that now, or we take care of it?
Do you have the paperwork on the original one? We probably need to sign off on a new one, right? Do we have any other new business?
No, this is regarding a garage. I had gotten
Is this the one that we already took up earlier?
no,
No,
no.
Okay.
2638 Cleveland.
Yes, I came on March 3rd, and I had not did nothing, and I had told you guys because the guy had hired, had told me to get some insurance bond, and I couldn't get it nowhere. So I'm
Why
trying
would
to
you
it.
get the insurance bond?
I don't know,
He's the
that's what the-
contractor, he's supposed to have it.
It was unlicensed
Yeah,
contractor.
yeah.
That's kind of why we're getting
Sort it out.
need for an extension
So-
because.
Did you get a different contractor?
Yes,
One
I got a
licensed?
contractor now, Soto. So I just need the extension and the agreement so he could get started.
We have no objection, we need to get this project finished.
Motion to grant the 90-day extension?
Second.
Motion and a second, questions or comments? Hearing none, those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those against, motion passes. Any other new business? Nope. Any old business? Meeting is open to the public. Is there anyone in the audience? Do we have a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn?
Second.
Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Meeting's adjourned.